Senator Heinrich.
I want to thank you, Chairman Inhofe and Ranking Member Boxer, for holding this important hearing today. And I want to thank all of my colleagues up here, as well as the President of the Navajo Nation who's joined us, for the work that they've done to shine a light on this and to begin dealing with the policy issues that require legislation around this. We've had a good team effort from the Colorado and New Mexico delegations, including some of our colleagues in the House of Representatives as well. Last month, a large plume of bright orange mine waste, and I will give credit to President Begay for sharing this photo with us. You can see him in the foreground, spilled into Cement Creek and then into the Animas River and then into the San Juan and polluted the entire Four Corners region. And I share the enormous anger and frustration over this terrible incident. When I toured the affected areas following the spill, I visited with impacted residents, including farmers in places like Aztec, as well as San Juan County leaders in New Mexico and Navajo Nation President Russell Begay. In the Southwest, as my colleague said, water is our most precious resource. So you can imagine the kind of impact that this disaster has had on our communities in Colorado, New Mexico, the Navajo Nation, Arizona. I mean, just take a look at this photo. I have demanded that the EPA act with urgency to protect our health and safety and to repair the damage inflicted on this watershed. This must be our first and our top priority. And oversight of the EPA's response is completely warranted and appropriate. But we must also look over the horizon and take action to address the hundreds of thousands of other similarly contaminated mines that literally litter the West and are leaking toxins into our watersheds. There are estimates that 40% of Western watersheds have been polluted by toxic mining waste, and that reclaiming and cleaning up abandoned mines across the West could cost upwards of $32 to $72 billion with a B dollars. So I want to share with you a couple of maps. These are our two impacted states here, Colorado and New Mexico. And as you can see from these maps, they show all of the abandoned hard rock mines and the waters impacted by hard rock metals. You can see that in southwestern Colorado, for example, where the Gold King mine is, there are literally thousands of unreclaimed hard rock mines. You can see scattered through the mountainous portions of southwestern Colorado. If you look at New Mexico, you will see a similar state. And if you look across the West, the maps would not be dissimilar. In 1975, in an even larger accident than the Gold King blowout, a large tailings pile near Silverton spilled 50,000 tons of tailings laden with toxic heavy metals into the Animas River watershed. In 1979, a breach dam at a uranium mill tailings disposal pond near Church Rock, New Mexico, on the Navajo Nation sent more than 1,000 tons of solid radioactive waste and 93 million gallons of acidic liquid into the Rio Puerco. For decades before the spill last month, the Gold King mine leached water laced with heavy metals and sulfuric acid into Cement Creek. Over the last 10 years, an average of 200 gallons of highly polluted water per minute, or more than 100 million gallons a year, have flowed out of this mine and into the Animas River via Cement Creek. Beyond the immediate cleanup of this spill, it's high time that we overhaul our abandoned mine cleanup policies to make future disasters like this less likely. While developers of resources like oil, natural gas, and coal all pay royalties to return a fair value to taxpayers for our public resources, hard rock mining companies can still mine valuable minerals for free. A comprehensive approach to mining reform should include the establishment of a hard rock reclamation fund, funded by a fair royalty on public minerals. Good Samaritan authority to allow third parties to clean up mine sites that they had no role in creating, and comprehensive comprehensive survey of abandoned mines and a plan to clean them up. I appreciate the value of hard rock mining and what it means for families. My father and my mother's father both made a living in this industry. This industry continues to provide good-paying jobs throughout the West, but passing long overdue reforms to our federal mining law, which has not been updated since 1872, is critical if we want to address the root cause of this disaster.